You're just gonna be filled with joy because you got $1 million coming. But nothing has really changed. This is day 7 of me posting a video to YouTube every day for 365 days. Comparison being the thief of joy.
Victory is mine!
Looking at someone else's moment in life and comparing it to yours, it literally can just destroy any type of joy and happiness that you already built up, you've already accumulated, and something that you should be able to be proud and confident about. You're now destroying what you've actually worked on, because now you're demeaning and diminishing the value, right? Hate, anger, being upset, frustration, all those things are super easy to kind of like allow in your life. Like, it's super easy to allow those things. Those are the easy emotions, right? But learning how to actually, keep the peace, learning how to appreciate your own joy, all of that, that's very important. I know this because, I'm speaking from personal experience with this one. I found myself being, comparing myself against other people all the time. And, it took me a moment to be able to be like, you know what? That's just not my moment. And whatever they did to get there, they did that. Like, life is way too short to just be holding on to those negative emotions, to be holding on to anything that isn't going to help make you better. A little bit of the spiritual person in me, but your season will come when it comes. The work that you're doing is different. Work that somebody else is doing is different. It's going to be different. And, what you do is going to look, feel, and be different and have different outcomes from if someone was right next to you doing the exact same thing. And that's where the comparison comes into play. You might see somebody, they winning in life, they getting money, they doing this, they on TV, they having some of these accomplishments that you would kind of want in your life. You're like, man, I'm doing the same thing. And it's not going that way. I don't have what they have. It's okay. You got something. You have something. It's like comparing your footprint to someone else's. You just got to understand that it's going to be different. You could be wearing the same shoe, you could be walking the same path, y'all could both be bow-legged at the same time. And guess what? It's still going to be different. And it's going to be different because you are coming from a different path. So let's say one of my goals is to have another channel with 100,000 followers. And the maximum goal for real, is to have this channel reach 1 million. To have it reach 1 million. Let's say I do all of this in a year. I do all this every day. And I still don't reach 1 million. But then I could look at somebody else that they made like 3 or 4 videos. Next thing you know, they got all these subscribers. They got these brand deals left and right. I could look at that like, damn, what did I do all this for? That'll be devaluing the work that I did. If I'm posting every day for a year, something is going to be learned. I'm going to learn how to either enhance my speech, either learn how to be more on track with what I got to say. I've probably encouraged a few people, a few more people along the way. And to me, that's a massive amount of value to me. I like more of the intrinsic value, self-care, self-improvement, things that a person can take, share with another person, share with the fellow people. And don't hit me. I can't even really find the words to articulate, but I guess I know you get what I mean, right? But like I said, if you're wearing the same shoe, no matter, even if you got all the same, even if it's the same size, things are just going to be different. People are coming from a different path, and they have different paths to go. One of the most embarrassing times that I've had, and I speak about this a lot when I tell folks, a long time ago, I was buying some cool, fancy cars. It's a lot different from, my lifestyle now. But back then, I was buying some cool cars, and then I went out. Things are going pretty cool, but they still weren't going that good, right? And I bought a $100,000 car. It was an i8 at the time, the BMW i8. I love that car. Only so much. Like, I had a C7 Corvette before that. Got to give it up to the vet folks. I had a C7 Corvette before that. And when I bought the i8, at no point did I look at that car and say, I like this car for me. I like to drive this car. I like the look because I like how I feel in it or anything like that. It was mostly about, and I can be honest with myself with that, it was mostly about, I want other people to value me higher than what they see, than what I feel that I'm valued as. And that was a really big mistake in my life, because later on, you find out that people are like, oh my God, I like your car. It got me a lot of attention, and that was neat. A lot of people talking about something. I wish I could be like you, my boy. I wish I had money and whatnot. I wish I had a cool car like that. Not knowing I was struggling to make the payments. And it got to a point to where I did make the payments for a few, for like a few months, and I just couldn't even afford to keep the darn thing, right? And I had to do what I had to do. But at the time, all these people would be looking at me and be like, man, he young, he under 30, he got this, he got that. They comparing what they had and what they did to what they saw my life living as, not even knowing that bro was hurt. Bro was hurt, and I had did something that wasn't good for me to benefit the view and the outlook of someone else. And guess what? People were comparing their life to mine, and they didn't want what I had. They didn't want that, although they thought they did. So comparison could be the thief of joy. Just because something look good and that you feel like it's going to be a perfect fit does not mean it's going to be a perfect fit for you. Shit. Different strokes for different folks. That's where the dang phrase, came from. And that's what it's for. You need to just focus on living your life as best as you can. And to be able to benefit you. Because as you're going through your life, as you're doing whatever it is you're doing, whether it's building your social media, whether it's building a business, maybe it's just trying to, damn, these roads in these St. Louis, y'all can just see me just do a bit. Like, maybe it's just you wanting to get a better position at your job, do better in your home life, your friendships, no matter what. Like, make sure that what you're doing to better yourself, because that's what's going to flow into the rest of your life. That's what's going to flow and pour into the people around you. And that's going to be a lot more rewarding than sitting there holding on to the negativity of what somebody else has and where somebody else is at in comparison to where you're at. And I love that story, and I'm probably going to butcher it. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh my God. I love that story of the $1 million check, right? And how your attitude can change. But I love that story, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but it says if you get a check for $1 million and you go to deposit the check, you're kind of happy because you're about to have $1 million. Now you deposit the check, but then the teller says, the bank says, we are going to have to put a hold on this because that's a lot of money, and we're going to have to put a hold on this check for 7 to 10 business days. The thing is, the money guaranteed. It's a good check, everything coming. So the way that you're going to walk around is going to be a little different. You're going to be, you're going to be happier with people. You ain't going to let the little things get you kind of upset. Somebody say, oh man, you stupid. You're like, whatever. Somebody come to you saying, yo, man, I got a problem. You're going to probably be a little bit more helpful, courteous, and show a little bit more compassion and empathy towards them. You're going to have this way of life. You're going to be happier. You're just going to be filled with joy because you got $1 million coming. But nothing has really changed. The money ain't even hit your account, but the things you're doing and the way that you're acting, the mood that you're in does change. But nothing actually changed. You don't even have the money. You can't even spend it yet. But you're acting different. Basically, the mindset has changed. Fill yourself with positivity rather than allowing the negative happen, because you have a positive outlook on something. Do not have to be upset when you compare your outcome to someone else's outcome and you ain't even walking their same path. Their journey is not your journey. But look, be great, be awesome, be aware, and as always, see you at the finish line.